Hi.
The number you have dialed has been changed.
Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If you do know me already, you will know that I have not been on this channel for about a year and a half. Some things have changed, my hair color being one, my hair length being another, because it has been like a year and a half. So that's fun, but I'm now planning to come back to this channel because I feel like I really want to, I've been enjoying booktube and I've been enjoying reading books, so I figured I will take up my old booktube channel and just start again. So I'm going to be starting with a little Christmas haul of all the books that I got either around Christmas time or during Christmas. Yeah. I don't know if that makes sense. But that's basically what I'm doing. I also got this hoodie for Christmas and it is really cute and I'm obsessed with it, so you'll probably be seeing me wearing this a lot. Yeah, so I got a few books around that time, and I'm gonna share them with you now. But there are like 3 others I just thought of that I kind of got around Christmas time. This is turning into a haul of books I got lately, which, by the way, my whole bookshelf has changed from my last bookshelf tour, so I need to redo that. I will be probably doing a bookshelf tour. Okay, I am now ready. So I'm going to talk about the books that I got around the December time, not so much what I got for Christmas. I will get into that. Okay, so the first book, well, not the first, but one of the books I got around the December time is The Duff by 𝓀𝓪𝓬𝓵. Yeah, so I got this from a secondhand bookstore, which is where I get the majority of my books. Because, I don't know, secondhand bookstores are like gems. You find so many good books in there and they're so much cheaper. So The Duff follows 17-year-old Bianca Piper and a boy named Wesley at her school, who's kind of like the main player of the school, calls her the Duff, which really resonates with her and it hits her. The Duff stands for Designated Ugly Fat Friend, which is completely horrible, but this just leads to her somehow, this is all in the back so I don't spoil anything, this leads to her hooking up with Wes, and now they're in a secret relationship. Yeah, that didn't make that much sense to me, but yeah, that was what this is about. I have read this. You will see it in my December wrap-up because I'm pretty sure I read this in December as well. So yeah, that's The Duff. You'll hear my thoughts about it in the wrap-up. Okay, the next book is The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. Nicola Yoon is my favorite author. She has been for a while. She recently, well, I don't know how recently actually was, released Instructions for Dancing, which I got almost immediately because I love all of her writing. That book was no different, and the only reason I didn't get this one in paper print or whatever is because my digital library from my school had it, so I just read it online basically, on the library platform. So yeah, I read it and I just really, I saw it in the secondhand bookstore and I was like, this is a sign, I must just get it. So now I own all of her books and I couldn't be happier about it because Nicola Yoon is someone I will frequently reread because her books are just great. I love them. For those of you who don't know, Nicola Yoon is also the author of Everything Everything. So basically this story follows Natasha. By the way, I read this already on that library thing. Just wanted to preface that so I know what this book's about, but I won't be giving any spoilers, so don't worry. So this is about Natasha, who is a girl who believes in science and facts, and she's about to get deported to Jamaica in 12 hours, and then she meets Daniel. Now Daniel is all about, dreaming and love. I'm just going to read what it says on the back. Something about Natasha makes Daniel think that fate has something much more extraordinary in store for both of them. So yeah, the sun is also a star, and I just love her writing. I'm sorry that made no sense. But yeah, so basically it's a love story about Natasha and Daniel, and I really like it. So I'm excited to read it again. Okay, another book that everything that I'm holding I've already read. Not everything, okay. So I got this one for around the December time, and I got One of Us is Lying by 𝓫𝓪𝓬𝓵𝓬𝓴. 𝓫𝓪𝓬𝓵𝓬𝓴 is one of my favorite authors, so of course I have read this already, but again, I read it on my school's, well, I listened to it as an audiobook on my school's online library, but now I'm gonna read it, you know, in my own, I'm just gonna read it instead of listening as an audiobook. I really enjoyed the audiobook though. It was multiple voiced audiobook, which I really enjoyed. So yeah, this One of Us is Lying follows 4 students. 5 students walk into detention, only 1 of the 4 leave alive. So this is about Bronwyn, who is a smart Yale hopeful, Cooper, who is a sports star, he's a baseball player, then Nate, who is like the bad boy, and then Addie, who is like the prom queen, and then Simon, he has a blog where he reveals all the secrets of the school, and just hours before these 4 people's secrets are about to be revealed, he dies in detention with only the 4 of them there. And it's this whole mystery, like whodunit kind of situation, and I love this book, and I'm really excited to read it again. There's also been a show adaptation of it, so I'm excited to read this again and just kind of re-jog my memory so that I can watch the show with more context. But yeah, so that is One of Us is Lying by 𝓫𝓪𝓬𝓵𝓬𝓴. Okay, next, there's 2 more that I got around Christmas time, but that were not for Christmas. So the one I got, and I've already read it, is The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. I got this sometime in December and I read it like almost immediately. So this follows Alicia Berenson, who writes in her diary, and she has this perfect marriage until she shoots her husband 5 times and then never speaks another word. So she completely goes silent, she doesn't talk to anybody, and now Theo is a forensic psychotherapist, and he is convinced that he can treat Alicia while all others have failed. So he, you know, tries to get her to speak, and throughout it... Okay, I am now ready. So I'm going to talk about the books that I got around, like, throughout the book you find out about, like, what actually happened, and all of that. And yeah, I read this. You'll be hearing my thoughts about it in the wrap-up. Okay, the last book I got that was not for Christmas, and I just got around this time, was My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. Now, I just do want to give some trigger warnings here for grooming, sexual assault, because this book does deal with all of that, so I just want to give that now. So basically this is about Vanessa Way, who we follow her now as an adult, and then we follow her when she was 15, and in 2017, which is when she's older, allegations come out against her former teacher who she had a romantic relationship with, and allegations come out of him sexually assaulting other students of his, and she believes, like she truly believes, that it was a loving, and it was her first relationship, her first love, and that it wasn't any form of abuse. And so now she kind of goes back, and we see her 15-year-old self, and you like see how she gets manipulated, and it's incredibly hard to read, but it is just such a brilliant book. Like, I'm giving away my thoughts on it, but yeah, that's basically what the story is about. I will give more thoughts about it in my wrap-up, but I'm just telling you now, it was a 5-star for me. Super hard to read, so if those are triggers for you, please maybe don't read this unless you're in the right headspace to. Yeah, but it's a beautiful book. It's very hard-hitting, and it's very uncomfortable, but yeah. Okay, moving on to the books that I got for Christmas. Okay, so the first book I got was Cupids Match by Lauren Powell Freeman. So this follows the story of 17-year-old Lila Black, who hates the idea of falling in love, but now Cupid's matchmaking service keeps spamming her. Let me just make sure, because I know what this is about. Okay, yeah. So this is about a matchmaking service, and I believe that it deals in soulmates, but it doesn't like reveal itself as a actual like matchmaking service. I'm pretty sure it's like undercover kind of things. But Lila is the soulmate of Cupid. So yeah, this just happens to be her soulmate, but in this story he's like a bad boy. Listen, I love the bad boy trope, okay, I can't lie. So now she is, you know, it says Lila's world explodes into a mythological nightmare overrun by crime lord sirens, wrathful Cupid hitmen, and a seriously jealous goddess of love. So I'm really excited to read this. Yeah, I'm super excited. Okay, the next book I got was The Selection by Kiera Cass. Now, I love The Selection. If you have watched any of my old videos, I'm pretty sure I remember mentioning it. I'm a huge fan of The Selection. I've read all of the books, but I do not own any of them until now. So I'm in the first book now, and I can't wait to get the rest of them because I just love this series so much, and I could read it a million times, and I plan to because it's just so good. If you have not read The Selection, it follows like this kingdom of 𝓬𝓐𝓬𝓬𝓬, and in this kingdom it's kind of like a bachelor situation. There's a prince named Maxon, and 35, I believe, women will compete to be his wife and also to be the queen of 𝓬𝓐𝓬𝓬. And we follow America Singer, who does not want to be there, does not want to be a queen or with Maxon, and yeah, it's great, and I'm really excited to read it again. Yeah, so that's that. Then I got My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing. I've heard a lot about this on BookTube, so I'm very excited to read it. I don't know really what it's actually about, so I'm just going to read what's on the back here so you know as much as me. This is a story about a married couple. They have a very dark secret. You might think you've read stories like this before. You'd be wrong. So yeah, I'm actually really interested to read this. I'm just looking if it has like another synopsis, but I don't think it does. So yeah, that is intriguing. So yeah, I will probably be reading this hopefully in December. I only have about like 4 days left of December, but this is a book I really want to read during the time because, yeah. Okay, the next book I got is kind of a two-parter. I got The City of Bones and The City of Ashes. So this is the Shadowhunters series, I believe, or Mortal Instruments 1 and 2. I've never read these. I haven't watched Shadowhunters the show. I haven't read the books. So I'm really excited because I think they're very well known and like well loved. I'm pretty sure this is like a really loved series. So yeah, I'm very excited. This is way longer than I thought it was gonna be. It's like 400 pages. But if I'm into it, it would be really great because I know this series is like extremely long. And you know, if it's a good series, then I'll be really excited to like dive into the whole universe and really, you know, fall in love with the book series. So yeah, that is The City of Ashes and The City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. Oh, I should probably tell you what they're about. So it says that Clary Frey is seeing things, vampires in Brooklyn and werewolves in Manhattan. Irresistibly drawn towards a group of sexy demon hunters, Clary encounters the dark side of New York City and the dangers of forbidden love. Sounds pretty good to me. So yeah, that is the Mortal Instruments book 1 and 2, which I also got for Christmas. And then I got You'll Be the Death of Me by Karen and McManus. Can you see that? Also, this is like a shifting color book, so it shifts to like red, then like purple and black, and it is so cool. So this is the author of One of Us is Lying, and one of my favorite authors. I'm pretty sure I already said this when I was talking about One of Us is Lying. I have read every single book of hers except this one. So this follows Ivy, Mateo, and Cal, who used to be close. They were best friends back in middle school. So when Cal pulls into campus late for class and runs into Ivy and Mateo, they decide to ditch school. But they spot a classmate named Brian Mahoney who is acting suspiciously, and they follow him into an empty building and walk straight into a murder scene. Now their day of freedom has turned deadly. It's only a matter of time before the truth comes out. So it sounds pretty good, and also I will basically read anything Karen and McManus writes, so this will be no exception. I plan on reading this very, very soon. Yeah, so that is all the books that I got over the December. I'm very happy with all of them, and I will be back with another video very soon. Bye!